I say to you, roads, as people have said, where a good road goes, development follows. We want to open up the rural areas. Caristo, I flew on my own resources during the campaign to Lukulu. What used to be an airstrip, my brother, it is no longer there. It's now a bush. You have to web your way through shrubs. There is a government to maintain that dust airstrip. Even on my farm, with a farm tractor and small tractor drone grader, I can maintain Lukulu airstrip. It means that things have collapsed. The government has lost control of infrastructure, including maintaining what Kaunda left. It is collapsing. So 17 years of MMD, my colleague, has created a degradation in the infrastructure. We need to rebuild this and then build on that. You open up the countryside to agriculture.
All right. I don't know how much more we have, but we have to move slightly faster because I really want you to address all the other issues. So if we can move very quickly on issues of constitutionalism, democracy, the rule of law. I think it's very important. Democracy is something we all fought for. 1991, we said we are going to go to the multi-party democracy because we think this is good for Zambia. Just talk to us about how you will address the issues of constitutionalism and democracy and how much value attached to this as UPND, and indeed if and when the people of Zambia decide that you should be the president.
Caristo, this is a very important subject, extremely important. We will foster the rule of law. Constitutionalism, the fundamental law of the land is the constitution. We have been beating about the bush to give Zambians a good constitution. Once elected into office, priority number one is to close the constitution-making process. The National Constitutional Conference must be closed by June 2009. So we'll put a deadline. Currently it's open-ended. People are ending up.
Closed as in they should finish their work, or you are going to remove it?
No. You are following what I'm saying.
Okay.
We want to put a closure to it.
That they
conclude the assignment.
Yeah.
This is one of the cultural change we'll bring in Zambia. People think going to office at 8 o'clock and knocking off at 17 hours is working. That is not working. That is hanging around in the office. We want to ensure that office work is based on deliverables. You put time frames. We must close this exercise by June of 2009. But before we do that, after the elections, we are voted into office, we will bring on board the church mother body representatives and NGOs who were kept out. Quickly bring them on board, conclude the process, because Zambians know what they want. They've been seeking this since the Mumvunga Commission, since the Mwanakatwe Commission, since, of course, the Mungomba. We all know what the people of Zambia want. And playing around is lack of clarity, lack of vision. We will put a deadline to it because the constitution is very important. Amongst the things we want to see there, and I think the people of Zambia will deliver that, separation of powers. We will say, for example, a clause that says there shall be an independent electoral commission. And after June, we can start working on basically subsidiary laws such as the Electoral Act to deliver an independent electoral commission whose commissioners will be representative of the church, political parties, civil society, and others who will choose their own chairperson, who will be the returning officer for presidential elections, not the Chief Justice. If the Chief Justice is a returning officer and you petition, he declares the results, you petition, the Chief Justice is the one who will be superintending over the presidential petition. You don't have to be 10 years old to understand that that is wrong. So we want to change all of that. We want to ensure that the judicial system, the parliamentary system, delivers timely laws, relevant laws to the people of Zambia. Archaic laws must be taken out. The judicial system must deliver fair and timely justice. All of these must be anchored in the fundamental law in terms of principles. The detail will come in the secondary laws. So constitutionalism is important. Property rights, equality, gender equity. those who are co-disabled, differently abled. This is why we want to see going forward a parliament that will be a mixed member parliament. Elected members of parliament and proportional representation, so that we can bring society together, unite Zambia, and then focus on the development agenda. You know why we are fighting in Zambia? It's poverty. I want to tell you that. If we create an opportunity for many Zambians, you will see even this tribal nonsense people talk about will come to an end. People cry foul when they see a strong competitor like Hakainde. They say Hakainde, they know he's not a thief. They know that Hakainde is not corrupt. So what do they say? They say something else which is mediocre. To disadvantage, not Hakainde, it's not me, to disadvantage the people of Zambia from getting good, strong, knowledgeable leadership.
All right. I know you don't